ago, I posted a video, Let's Meditate series video, and talked about Spinoza and Dogen and Tao Te Ching. And I thought that may be interesting, so I asked this question to AI. What is common among Spinoza, Tao Te Ching, and meditation? And DeepSeek gave us an answer. I thought DeepSeek may talk about Zen, but referred to the, what's the word? Stoicism. It's interesting anyway, so I thought I'll share. Again, the question is, what's common among Spinoza, Tao Te Ching, and meditation? Of course, this is fascinating and profound question. At first glance, these three texts, a 17th century European philosophical Spinoza's Ethics, and ancient Chinese wisdom, Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching, and private diary of a Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius, Meditations, seem wildly different. However, they share a deep and powerful common core, a rational, holistic, and immanent worldview aimed at achieving human tranquility through the understanding and acceptance of human's fundamental order. Here's a breakdown of key commonalities. 1. Monism. All is one. All three systems reject the idea of a separate supranational God who intervened in the world. Instead, they propose a single unified reality. Spinoza. He is famously known for his phrase Deus sive natura. I guess this is Latin, God or nature. For Spinoza, God is not a transcendent creator, but identical with the entire universe and its inherent laws. Everything that exists is a modification of this one infinite substance. Tao Te Ching. The central concept of the Tao, the way, which is the ultimate undefinable principle that underlies and unifies all of reality, everything emerges from and returns to the Tao. It is natural order of the universe. Stoicism. Meditation. While not strictly monistic like the others, Stoicism has a strong holistic and cosmic principle. The universe, cosmos, is a single living rational substance, often called logos or divine reason. Everything is part of this interconnected causal web. Living in accordance with nature. This is the central ethical imperative shared by all three. The path to good and happy life is to understand this fundamental nature and align your will with it. I like this expression. Spinoza. The goal is to move from passive suffering to active understanding. The highest virtue is the intellectual love of God, which means understanding the necessity of nature's laws and finding joy in that understanding. Freedom is understanding the causes of your emotions and actions, not being free from causation itself. Tao Te Ching. The ideal is Wu Wei, effortless action or non-action. This is not laziness, but acting in perfect harmony with the flow of the Tao. Like a river flowing around rocks, it is about yielding, adapting, and not forcing your ego-driven will against the natural way of things. Stoicism. The famous Stoic goal is to live in accordance with nature. For a rational human, This means accepting the events of the universe, which are determined by the Logos, with amor fati, love of one's fate. Your duty is to focus on what's within your control and accept what is not. The path to tranquility through reason and acceptance. All three are practical philosophies aimed at reducing human suffering and achieving peace of mind. They identify the root of suffering as disconnection from the whole, clinging to ego, desires, passions, and the illusion of separateness. The solution is understanding and acceptance. By using reason, Spinoza, Stoicism, or intuitive wisdom, Tao Te Ching, to see the world as it truly is, one can relinquish destructive emotions like fear, anger, and desire for things to be other than they are. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminds himself to accept events without judgment, to see the Logos in all things, and to remember his small place in the vast cosmos. The Tao Te Ching advises humility, softness, and simplicity as the ways to find peace, contrasting them with striving, competition, and force, which leads to conflict and exhaustion. Spinoza argues that painful passions like hatred or envy are forms of inadequate ideas. By understanding their causes, seeing them as necessary parts of nature, we can transform them into clear, rational understanding, which is a form of joy. The diminishment of the ego. A happy life is not about gratifying the individual self, but about transcending it and recognizing one's part in the larger whole. You are not a separate self in the universe. You are a modification of the universe. Spinoza. A manifestation of Tao, Tao Te Ching, or a corporation part of the whole cosmos. Stoicism. Peace comes from this perspective, not from selfish pursuit. In essence, these three works from vastly different times and cultures converged on a profound insight. Human freedom and happiness are found not in conquering nature, but in understanding a place within it and surrounding to its rational and beautiful order. That's the end of the DeepSeek. I asked the question and DeepSeek's response. I will make a copy of it or find a way so that you can read this, perhaps in my Google Doc. May all beings be happy. Have a good day. Thank you.